Now the next type of sugar is lactose sugar, the milk sugar. The formula is C12H22O11. It is found in the milk of all animals and imparts sweetness to milk, hence named as the milk sugar. It is manufactured by evaporating whey, a byproduct in cheese and casein preparation, to crystallization. It is a reducing sugar and hence reduces failing solution and tolerance reagents, forms an oxime and oxazone, and undergoes mutarotation also. Lactose on hydrolysis gives equimolar quantities of D-glucose and D-galactose, showing that it is a disaccharide of these two units. The structure: the 4-beta-D galactopyranosyl, alpha-D glucopyranose, this is lactose. Note that the presence of hemiacetal forms, that is C1 of this glucose unit, is involved in glycosidic linkage, hence act as a reducing agent. The next type of sugar is starch, the amylum. Its common formula is C6H10O5 N. Starch is the most important carbohydrate of our diet. It is found exclusively in plants as a stored food. The chief sources are cereals, potatoes, corn and rice. Properties: starch is a colorless, amorphous, tasteless powder and it is insoluble in water. Soluble starch can be obtained by heating ordinary starch with 10% HCl for 24 hours, followed by reprecipitation by adding alcohol. Starch so obtained is water soluble. Alternatively, it can also be prepared by heating starch with water and glycerol under high pressure. The hydrolysis: when boiled with dilute acid, it yields dextrin, maltose and ultimately glucose. When hydrolyzed with the enzyme diastase, it gives maltose. Action of iodine: starch with iodine gives a blue color which disappears on heating and reappears on cooling. In fact, it is the amylose that gives a blue color with iodine. Amylopectin gives a red-brown color with iodine. The next type of sugar is glycogen. The formula is C6H10O5 N. It is called animal starch and is found in all animal cells, mainly in the liver cells. It constitutes the reserve food materials. Its combustion supplies energy needed for life. It gives exclusively glucose on hydrolysis. In human beings, excess of glucose is converted into glycogen, which is stored in liver. The conversion takes place in presence of insulin. Now, the next type of sugar is inulin. Formula C6H10O5 N. This is a very special variety of starch and occurs in dahlia tubers. Again, this is a very special variety of starch and occurs in dahlia tubers. It is a white powder insoluble in cold water. It gives exclusively fructose on hydrolysis. Next type of sugar is cellulose. Its formula is C6H10O5 N. Cellulose is a chief constituent of the cell walls of plants. Cotton and wood are the two important sources of cellulose. Cotton and filter papers are almost pure cellulose. Now the properties: cellulose is a colorless, amorphous, fibrous substances. It is insoluble in water and most of the organic solvents, but soluble in ammonical copper hydroxide and soluble in copper hydroxide solution, the Schuger's reagent, from which it may be precipitated by the addition of acids, alcohols or salts. This property is utilized in the manufacture of artificial silk, commonly called as rayon. Hydrolysis: cellulose, when boiled with dilute sulfuric acid is completely hydrolyzed to D-glucose format or the D-glucose form. Again, sorry. Cellulose, when boiled with dilute sulfuric acid, is completely hydrolyzed to dextroglucose. The cattle and other ruminants having digestive enzymes, cellulases, capable of hydrolyzing cellulose into glucose. Hence, these animals can feed on grass, straw, etc. These are all cellulosic materials. Man and other mammals do not have cellulases in their digestive tract, hence they cannot use cellulose as foodstuff. Industrial applications of cellulose. Industrial applications of cellulose. Cellulose is used in the manufacture of cotton, paper, artificial silk, which is rayon, artificial ivory, this is celluloid, explosives like gun cotton, smokeless powder and blasting gelatin, and lactose and cellophane. Gun cotton consists entirely of cellulose dinitrate. It is used as an explosive and in making smokeless powder, also called cordite, a mixture of nitroglycerin, gun cotton and Vaseline in acetone, and blasting gelatin, a mixture of nitroglycerin with 7% gun cotton. It is used for mining and tunneling purposes, and sometimes it is used as an explosive compound.